Hey everybody, it's Osiris with 15 Minutes to Show. How is everyone out there, my little darlings, in this LA gloomy but June weather? We'll be having some hot sun soon. Listen, I have got a treat for you today. I met this powerful, gorgeous, beautiful woman. Her name is, she said it was Jacqueline. I said, no, it's Jacqueline Murphy. She's an award-winning actress, producer, screenwriter, and director. She made her directorial debut with a television series called The Admired. Today, we're going to talk to her about her current 2023 FYC for your consideration ballot for the Emmy nomination for Pepito's America for her outstanding acting ability, her executive producing, and it is up in the category for the short form comedy drama. She plays the role of Councilman Miriam Price, for those of you who want to talk to her about that. So we're going to have her up just a minute, so stay tuned. I'll be right back. Isn't she gorgeous? Some of my fans out there have asked, how did my hair grow so fast? I am working with this company. Her name is Stephanie Summers. Stephanie has a very interesting story. All of her hair, she lost all of it while she was taking care of her mother, who at the time was very, very ill and had to find a very good, efficient way to grow not only long hair, but healthy hair. And so you see, this has taken me, this is long, super long. The name of her company is called Hair Aerobics and all hair care products. So look her up, Stephanie Summers, and we'll be right back with our guest. Before we talk to our lovely in-studio guest today, I wanted to remind you about my wonderful water that I drink. You know about it, Osiris, so I don't have to talk to you too long, but let's just hook it up for those of you that have never seen it before or heard of it. Osiris is a maple tree made water. It is taken directly from maple trees. Maple trees, just so you know, they only have 90%, actually 3% maple syrup, and the rest is water. And these guys, these farmers, the founder of Osiris, Adam Lazar, saw them throwing water away, and he went and did a deal with them and said, look, let me take that water you're dipping out, let me sparkle it up, and let me call it Osiris. So for those of you that like the taste of sparkling water, they have it in flavors. This happens to be a wild cherry lime. Don't forget Osiris, Osiris.com. We'll be back in a moment with our beautiful guest, screenwriter, producer, director, and actress. Pepito's America is up for FYC Emmy nominated Jacqueline Murphy. Be right back. See ya. Hey everybody, it's Osiris. I'm back in studio with 15 Minutes to Show, and we have our beautiful, lovely guest, Jacqueline Murphy, what I mentioned before. She is going to talk to us a little bit about how she got the bug to be a producer, director, and a writer, and an actor. I mean, all of that and some. And she's going to talk to us about The Admired, her first directorial debut that put her on the page to be hanging out with us. And her most recent accomplishment, lovely thing to happen to anybody in this kind of work. She is an FYC, she and her team Pepito, I should say, are an FYC Ballot Emmy nominated Pepito's America. It's an outstanding comedy series category. And she's gonna talk to us a little bit about what made her do all of these wonderful things, and we're going to get a little bit to know more about her, so let's go.
Well, first of all, Osiris, thanks so much for having me on the show. So 15 minutes, it's 15 minutes of fame, as they say. And Eric, our cameraman back there, I want to give a shout out to.
Yeah,
but
Nirvana Studios.
Nirvana Studio. But one of the biggest shout outs I have to give today is to the creator of Pepito's America Mamadas, Carlos Moreno Jr.
Shout out to Carlos Moreno Jr.
Wow,
hey.
yes, Carlos. And our amazing team of producers, Tard Bartlett, Luella Hill, Tamika Damone.
Roquel Lafayette.
She's amazing. Peter Kwong. This is cast now we're going into. John Fury, Tommy Shelby Chan, Ken Davidian. And we'll move on with it. If I forgot someone, please forgive me. Chris McGann. Oh, and Ben, Carlos's manager. Anyway, long story short, Carlos and I met on the red carpet back in 2017 when The Admired was up for FYC, Television Academy consideration. I was up for Best Actress and also producer. And Carlos was actually got to go to the Vanity Fair party because he was one of the actors in the Disney film Coco, which won an Oscar that year.
Oh, wow.
So we always had an affinity for each other, talked about working together. And this summer, I saw on Facebook, he was running a GoFundMe campaign for Pepito's America. And I saw some of the episodes and I thought it was great. And I said, Carlos, I'm coming to LA in October. And he said, I'm gonna write you a role. And so that's every actor's dream.
Yes.
And so he came up with this role. If I could have dreamed it for myself, I would have. But he has just such a beautiful heart and intuitive way of like feeling people.
Yeah.
And so he cast me in the role of Councilwoman Miriam Price, running for mayor of LA.
And that, to me, that in itself is funny because normally councilmen don't encounter people like Pepito, especially Pepito America, you know what I mean? So it's interesting to have the conservative, reserved level of councilman, and then she's encountering this kind of interesting.
Well, let's explain to this your audience, Osiris. Like, Pepito is a beloved Mexican character, and in Latin American countries there are jokes, Pepito jokes that have double entendres. So he has me saying in the web series a huevo production, but if you look up what huevo means, there are double entendres. We do what you call a no mames bump. And
what's a no mames bump?
Well, this
like
is funny because we have Tommy and Shelby Chong as my big time financial donors on the show, and it's very funny because Shelby is such a comedic talent. She looks at Tommy and says, well, honey, no mames means no shit in Spanish. So we're all doing this bump, these like politicians, but we have no idea that the Latin culture, the double entendre, the subtext is like, we're like doing like something that's a little, you know, on the edge. So Pepito is a bit of a Dennis Menace character, an adult hustler, prankster, and
that kind of guy.
Yeah, and he dreams of coming to America, only in America, and making his dream come true. And he meets my character, Miriam Price, running for mayor, and he pitches me that he'll do a commercial for me, and it goes viral. So at this meeting with Tommy and Shelby, who play my big-time financial donors, and Peter Kwong, who is a nice counterpart because he, wonderful actor, he plays my campaign manager, Mike. He tries to keep everybody in line, but everybody's wowed by Pepito's commercial. It goes viral, and Tommy and Shelby say, oh, come on now, let's go on Ron Howard Jr., and I'll introduce you to Steven Spielberg, and Carlos Pepito, Spielberg, and Tommy says, you know, fucking Steven Spielberg, you know, and so it's been a joy working on this series, and I started out as an actress on it, Osiris, but then I brought in talent that elevated and got the buzz out there. So Tommy and Shelby are dear friends of mine, and they kind of gave us that blessing and just that little bit of push for this episode. It's episode 9 on YouTube, Pepito's America. And then other people wanted to be on the show. So my friend Ken Davidian from Borat, he was like, Murphy, he calls me Murphy. Murphy, we need to work together. So I wrote in a scene for him, and Ken is Armenian, and LA is filled with so many different diversities, and that's what drew me to the project. We're raising up everybody, we're shining a light on different cultures, and so I said to Ken, Ken, I'm writing a scene, and I see you entering as Zorba the Greek. And he loved it, you know, because he loves, we like have such a fun friendship, you know. And I said, what would your Armenian heritage, like how would you greet me, what would you say? And so we decided, instead of the handsome Omar Sharif, we're naming him Sharif Omar, a play on words, because Ken is a character actor with a huge heart and a great talent. And but he's going to be crooked. He said he was always dying to play a villain. So I made him a crooked councilman. And of course, Carlos will add his magic sauce to the scene. I'll write it. Carlos looks it over and he goes, okay, let's fix this, this, and this. And so we were having so much fun collaborating. And that's the thing about Carlos. Like, if he sees your ability and you can bring your game, the opportunities are there. And you know, sometimes you might have these abilities, but you don't get the opportunity. So I've grown so much as a filmmaker. And
what a great opportunity to be able to work, you know, to start out in New York City, start as an actor, and then go on the other side, bring up, as you say, shine light upon all of the various Pepito's team, you know, and it is just an amazing thing. I want to talk to you a little bit because our show, unfortunately, I know the attention spans out there can be short these days, but we have fun on our 15 minutes of show. But before we go, I want to talk to you a little bit more about what you expect to do should Pepito's America win. An Emmy, geez, that's gonna push you through a door. I mean, you already got your feet in. Just the fact that I can see the process, and anybody that knows about how things happen in life and the timing and rhythm, you can see it. You can see the fire building, as say, you can see the cyclone rising up. What are you planning to do, and how far do you guys do you plan on doing other projects like this? Are all the projects going to focus on diversity and things like that? Because I love the humanitarian meaning and the feeling I get and the warmth when I hear about all these different people working together, because that's who I am. I love diversity. So go on, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, first of all, we're grateful to the Television Academy for creating this outstanding short form comedy or drama variety. And you get vetted by a committee, and you know, it has to be of a certain professional quality. So that was the first.
Broadcast quality is what they say.
And a good storyline and many other things. And Carlos and I are both members of the Academy, so we were thrilled that we got to this level. So today, voting started. And we saw our names on the ballot, you know, as outstanding producers and actors. And so July 12th, we'll hear. But regardless, it's a win that we're here and we're having interviews with people like yourself. And
we love that you came in.
Thank you. I'm so in my zone. This is my wheelhouse. This is what, ever since I was 6 with my siblings, I would make stories up and
direct all the other kids.
And that's how we played. And they say, if you're an adult and you can do what you loved as a child, it's a blessing. So Carlos was a blessing. The Academy approving us, all the people like who you met, Raquel Lafayette. I cast her as a casting director.
She's wonderful. You're
wonderful. Shout out to her. And John Fiore is a Grammy-nominated singer who came on our show, and he was wonderful. And as I mentioned, Peter Kwong plays my campaign manager, and
that's Kwong for you.
Yes, and very talented guy. Been in, you know, The Golden Child. Many people know.
The Golden Child.
And he was a 2-time governor of the Academy. But people just really pulled together and brought their talent and got so excited about this. So the name Pepito's America, this is America. And in America, people come here wanting to make their dreams happen. I mean, my grandparents came here, and literally my grandmother scrubbed floors. Her legs hurt so bad, I would rub them at night. And what she did for my sister and I is pretty amazing, and my mom.
That's real.
So Carlos, you know, created this, and his love and acceptance and his heart for humanity. I'm so proud to be in a project like this. So going forward, like I hope the show gets picked up. I hope.
I have a good feeling about it. It's just timing, and with people's hearts are a lot more open, and people want to see a little bit different things now. Everybody wants to see some more flavor. You know, it's like going into a big kitchen with a lot of
spicy, very caliente, as I tell Carlos. And my Spanish is getting better.
I see. Yeah, I love Spanish. Me gusta.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's been a real blessing. So I hope people will go to Pepito's America on YouTube and
vote, please.
Yeah, well, you have to be a Television Academy to vote.
Yeah, but vote in your hearts. Vote.
Yeah,
vote
watch it. Subscribe to Pepito's America channel and to my channel, Jacqueline Murphy Actress. Yes. You could find out more about The Admired at theadmired.com or me, JacquelineMurphy.net, IMDb.
And don't forget about me, because we have to wrap up this show. It's so wonderful talking to our beautiful guest.
Thank you.
Screenwriter, producer, director, actress, and up for the FYC on the ballot, Emmy nominated Pepito's America. She and her team, Pepito, all of you out there. Don't forget about me, Osiris. You can check me out on Osiris 15 Minutes to Show YouTube, on my website, expressinabstract.net, blog, ANKH, the word entertainment, the word one.net. You can also access all of the above on our blog. You can go to my IG channel, Osiris_Munir_ the painter, and Osiris Munir, and we'll see you next time. Meanwhile, stay safe out there, have fun, and don't forget to smile. Bye.
Keep dreaming.